sure everyone just got lost. This place is kind of hard to find.
Welcome back to 80 Proof Podcast Part 2.
It sounds so good when you fucking open it. That's
Sounds so good when you fucking open it.
sounds so fun.
Sounds so good.
No, seriously, I'm impressed by it.
John's a little uncomfortable. He's like,
It sounds a lot better than it tastes. This is beer left over from a party that was left undrink. So if that gives you any indication.
Last month we had some stories,
Oh, yeah. Yes.
and some of them have had recent updates. For example, last month we talked about the new controller for the PS4. Well, the actual new controller has been not leaked so much as actually released in that press conference about the PS4. And it looks pretty close to what we were thinking. Everything we said was correct, except that it's still a DualShock controller. It's just the next DualShock controller. Who the fuck said that it wasn't going to be a DualShock controller? You can notice the weird blue light at one end. That is the equivalent of the PlayStation Move. It looks just like the PlayStation Move, and it works just like the PlayStation Move. So no shock there. You know how the controller moves. It's like motion sensitive. This is completely new and revolutionary to video games, right? Right?
It's so fucking
No.
And it's got a touchscreen. It's on the front, which is disappointing. I had hoped it would be on the back. Because
me
at
too.
what point do you want to take your thumbs off of the thumbstick to hit the touchscreen? No point. That's when. Never.
I feel like about the front thing, it's like there's too much shit on the front. Like, if they're gonna make it for like movement, you've got like a D-pad and two analog sticks. You've got so many fucking buttons on the front of that thing now. Carry on, Nathan. Sorry.
Carry on! Alright, I'm on it. But that's not the only news that we've gotten about the PlayStation 4. There was a press conference in which they talked about everything about the PS4. Or was it at a convention? I don't know. I don't remember.
No, it's conference.
Somebody remember?
It's conference.
Alright. So they released all of the specs, and to be honest, I am entirely unimpressed because it's still worse than the, modern day PCs. Even shitty modern day PCs.
But the architecture's different though.
Yes, the architecture is designed to be like a computer PC's processor. So it's easier to develop for. It's no longer the cell processor that it used to be.
No, what I meant is like the power, like it's not the same. Like the Xbox, the current Xbox, it's got like 250 megabytes of RAM or something really shit, but it can still play modern games.
I think it's 6 gigs of RAM that the new PS4 is said to have.
I think it's 8.
8? No, it's not.
I'm
8.
not sure. I'm gonna Google this.
I'm saying 6. Going with 6. Nick is googling it though.
PS4 RAM.
In either case,
8 gig.
it's not particularly impressive. My PC's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's not like my PC is 4 or 5 years old. It's not huge. It's not a big deal.
How much does my laptop have?
It's actually only like.
I had a problem with my RAM, so I removed half of it. So I now have 8 gigs of RAM.
Oh shit, I've got 8 gig. And I've got a fucking laptop.
I've got 8 gigs. I will soon have 16. But
So
But the thing you need to understand with a console is it doesn't work in the same way as a PC. Like
No, it's a
the
dedicated
RAM,
gaming machine, but
Yeah.
even still, if you look at the hardware specifications, it's not stronger. Even if it's dedicated for PC, it's still not stronger. And you have to buy a system outside of the PC you already have. So it's like, I understand that some people in the world do not have a PC that is that is gaming capable. But we're on YouTube, we're not talking to those people.
No, the thing is with PC gaming is that really the only people that PC game are actually hardcore gamers because it is like not as convenient or as good in many ways. Like you get a better overall gaming experience on a PC than you ever would on a console. It doesn't matter how good they make the fucking console. But the normal person that just like casually plays Call of Duty or whatever, it's so much easier for them to just buy a console. Like Tom, the guy on my channel, he's probably be considered as a hardcore gamer, but he fucking like gets pissed off at PCs because he doesn't understand how a computer works very well, and he's like, sometimes I wish I just stick with consoles. So
I have a friend, Superhuman Shinobi Sean Dooley. He sits on a couch and plays on console because he gets to sit on a couch while he's doing it. He's more relaxed. He gets to be more comfortable playing the games.
I can see that.
And the controllers sometimes are a better control mechanism for certain games, although you can just plug it into a PC and it still works. But the point is, console games have their allure, have their attraction, and I'm not saying that console gaming isn't worth your time. All I'm saying is PS4 should have aimed higher. 8 gigs of RAM and bragging about it is not valid. You can go quite a bit higher, and also I'd rather them talk about their GPU. But the fact that they're going for a more PC-related architecture is a good thing. It means that developers will have an easier time making games for it. And I've said it before, and I'll say it 100 times again, developer support is what wins the console race every time. So maybe the PS4 will have a few more developers this time around, and we'll wind up with a better, more attractive product. But we can't tell until later, in any case. So Gas Powered Games, the company that was making that caveman game earlier last month that I talked about, they're now being purchased by wargaming.net, the company involved with World of Tanks. Aaron, you got opinions?
I'm kind of curious as to what's completely going on with them, because the report that I heard from wargaming.net, which is how I heard about that in the first place, it seems like all of the people from Gas Powered Gaming are going to be coming into making the games that Wargaming is making, which are of course not, they're not the games that Gas Powered Gaming were making before. I mean, they apply certainly, but it's not like I don't know if they're going to be still working on their projects, if they just, if Wargaming is just like, oh, cool, we bought these guys are going to make their games, or what's going on. But I'm kind of curious. I mean, there are definitely some talented people. The coolest thing for me on this one is that Wargaming is a Russian company, and Gas Powered Gaming, as far as I know, is mostly an American company. So we will have Americans with a bigger voice in the wargaming community in general. So that just kind of I'll be interested to see what that does to the games, like World of Tanks, period. That's the only little thing I have about that. I'm like, whatever, people are still around, yay, blah, blah, blah.
Works for me. Last month we talked about a bunch of ID codes showing up on the Steam's database that were tied to games like Brutal Legend. And now we have Brutal Legend on a new release on Steam. Really, this isn't news, it's just me saying, ha ha ha, I was right. I found news and I was right.
Where's Halo?
Yeah, the other ones aren't there yet. So it remains to be seen. I have high hopes that the other games that were mentioned will wind up on Steam, but, who cares? Brutal Legend
Halo.
on Steam, go buy it. Game is good. I really loved that game. When I played of it.
What is it about? Advertise it for me.
It's it starts out as like a first-person action fighter game, starring essentially Jack Black, or a character that's meant to look like and sound like Jack Black because Jack Black is the voice actor. And then it turns into this like RTS game where you have to like recruit the gods of rock, like. Oh, who is a god of rock? Bruce Springsteen, something like that.
Alice Cooper.
Ozzy Osbourne's
I think you
on the
actually do
pictures.
try and get Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, he's on the pictures on Steam.
There you go. Ozzy Osbourne is one. And it's just a fun, humorous, fun-loving, casual sort of. It's not like casual gameplay, but casual sort of experience.
It is kind of it's a popcorn. It's what
There you
popcorn
go.
movies are.
Like an action movie sort of experience, but not like an action movie sort of experience at all. Does that make perfect sense to everyone? Good, great, grand. We're moving on.
Yeah, I probably won't play it.
It's something. It's fun. That's all. It's just a fun game. War Z has shown up again on Steam. Does everyone remember the debacle? Here's the
my
problem
whole
with War
opinion.
Z showing up again. They have not
That
resolved
might be
all
the right
problems.
reaction.
None of us have played it, so we should all drink.
Good point.
Oh, good, lovely.
I think that I'm the only one who's played
mostly by
Brutal
choice,
Legend,
though.
so. But War Z,
Yep, fair enough.
it's yeah, it's back. I actually haven't played War Z, so I
Oh,
should
God.
totally eat one of these. They haven't resolved all the problems. They have resolved some of the issues. Not that they've made the game any better. They've just removed the false advertising on a lot of the problems. And the game, as far as I can tell, is every bit as shitty as it once was. So I think that we can round up the entire story by saying, don't buy the game, don't give them your money. Moving on.
Oh, fucking.
Is everyone satisfied with that?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Oh, fuck the Warzy.
And most of us haven't had any opinion on any of these stories, but honestly, these stories weren't designed to have opinions. It was just me recapping. So I'm going to circumvent the drinking rule for this segment. Now,
It's too late now.
Darksiders has, not just Darksiders, but the remaining THQ products have apparently found an owner. I don't know who it is yet. All I'm doing is reporting the fact that they have apparently found an owner. Does anybody know any more about the story?
I've heard about this, but I don't know who the fuck it is.
Someone's bought the remaining THQ intellectual properties. So, I heard that they said that Darksiders wasn't one of their priorities, though. So,
Oh. No, I don't remember who it is.
I don't
They
think
make
they're-
strategy games or something.
I don't think
I
they're
know.
making a new Darksiders game, which is sad. But, at least somebody owns the property, so maybe there's still the hope that one day we'll get a new Darksiders.
Oh, apparently Platinum wants to buy Darksiders.
Well, that's good.
And
good thing.
Crytek has bought the other shit.
Ah. So Crytek was the one that bought the lot, but not Darksiders.
Cramp my foot. Sorry.
Oh crap, my foot.
No, I've got a cramp in my foot.
Oh.
It's
Oh. It's terrible news.
They bought Red Faction, Crytek. I could be wrong. I just googled. Put a disclaimer. Over
Could be
this.
wrong.
Nick could be talking shit.
So, the last story
It gets
that is an
all the-
update from last month's stories is SimCity has been confirmed to have always online DRM, and the collector's edition has essentially what you get in the collector's edition is content that works a lot like DLC. You get like area specific things like France. You get the baguette, which is hilarious, and you get sort of special world wonders based on France. And Germany has I don't remember what Germany has, and England has the double-decker bus. I remember that. And so there's all this in-game content shit, but that you only get from the collector's edition. So there's really no difference between this collector's edition shit and day one DLC, because it's electronic shit. It's in-game shit. What's the difference between that? You pay a certain amount of money on day one to get electronic in-game shit that you can't get otherwise. From just a day one DLC deal. You also get some physical shit that's, regular collector's edition shit, but comes with this DLC that you can't get just by paying money. And it's pretty important shit, in my opinion.
I have seen that in MMOs before, where they give you a cool little item, along with the rest of the normal collector's edition.
Okay, there's a difference
things.
between a weapon that has the same or
This is
similar
different.
stats to other things that you can obtain in the game, and a whole like thematic structure of buildings that you can't get in any other way, or you can't get anything even similar. Like that's completely different.
Oh, but the double decker bus is not going to help you win. Like
It will.
or
You
anything
can
like that.
you
It's
can
not-
hold twice the amount of things, so you need half the amount of public transportation.
Can
It
I just
actually
say-
is better than the shit you can get normally.
Can I just say, EA owns SimCity, and I feel that that's all I need to say.
That's a fair point. It is fair for us to suggest that this is coming as pressure from the publisher, not something that that Maxis wanted to have in the game.
Yeah, it sounds legitimate too.
But is there a
As
difference
well.
between that and DLC?
No,
No.
Wow, I really expected there to be somebody that wanted to say the opposite, but hey, that's fair. That's fair. I like it when people agree with me.
No, it sounds a lot like DLC. I have no problem with collector's editions if there's actual physical stuff that give you in-game stuff that doesn't have a significant impact on the game.
Yeah, let me clarify.
And I still might stand by the fact that I mean, SimCity is such a complicated game. The bus isn't going to help you win if you can't already play the game. I don't know that there's much
in
difference.
the new SimCity, actual public transportation is important, and if you have public transportation that has higher capacity, it's significant stat-wise in the game.
Is it?
Yeah,
I obviously haven't played, so.
because you don't have the subways anymore, so you can't in the amount of space they give you, because cities are so much smaller now. In the amount of space
Right.
they give you, you have to have a certain amount of public transportation just to help out. I mean, you don't have to, but it's one of the strategies. And if you go with the public transportation, having a double-decker bus is going to have more people per, square area that you can carry from one point to another. So it's going to be significant, and it's a cool thing. You can't get it any other way, even if it isn't particularly stat-wise significant. Which it
Well,
is.
that's always DLC, though. I mean, there's cool things like there's the panda mounts and shit like that, and wow, and like.
That's exactly what we're saying, though. If it's DLC, and it's day one DLC, it should just be in the game. If they have it done already, it should be in the game.
aren't they also selling like a bunch of the collector's edition shit as DLC day one?
I don't know. I
I've
haven't
heard of
anything
this
about
from,
that.
like Total Biscuit. I feel that I've heard this. I might not have.
I feel
Well,
I feel the same way about this as I do about my free to play rules. Like spending extra money on the game shouldn't make you better at the game.
Yeah,
No,
it
that's
needs to
just any
be,
game.
It needs to just be
Yeah.
aesthetic. And I don't even mind if you get something a little early. Like, if you spend a little money and you get a sword that is particularly strong for your level, but in another 3 levels, you're up to the point where you're getting the same power of swords. Like in Borderlands 2, the gold chests system thing, you can get these golden keys, and you can go and you can open this chest, and it gives you golden weapons. They're better for your level, but you get the same level shit in another couple levels anyway. So it's like not particularly good.
I don't like that shit. Not from like a business point of view. I don't really care from a business point of view. I think it's not morally bad or anything. Personally, I don't like it when they're giving me shit that makes the game easier.
Oh yeah,
It just
you don't want to fuck
annoys
with the
me.
difficulty curve. I don't want it either, and that's why
Like-
I don't buy DLC and shit.
Yeah.
So moral of the story is don't buy DLC, folks. Don't pay money to get shit in a game. The game
No.
should be complete on launch.
Buy DLC if it's good DLC, like story DLC for a game that you like. Don't buy stupid shit. Basically, don't
example
pay
of
money
that
for stupid
is,
shit.
Why are
That's-
people
that's-
making? Why do people hate the Borderlands 2 DLC so much? It's a whole storyline section. Like every Borderlands 2 DLC seems to be a whole different slew of storyline off on a thematic. Maybe it's the original Borderlands people hate so much.
I think it is. I think also people don't like in Borderlands is like like the amount of content you get for the money.
But
Or they just hated the writing. I don't know. I haven't played.
I'm a little biased because I really, really like Borderlands 2. So we could move on to a few topics for the month. We've got quite a few in here. Let's chat about Bungie's new game for a minute. Destiny. It's this crazy game by Bungie. They've mentioned that it's supposed to be partially MMO, but not an MMO. They're very specific that no, it's not an MMORPG. It's not an MMO first-person shooter. It's nothing like that. But they will say it has features from an MMO in it, and they're extremely vague about it. They're like, yeah, totally not an MMO, definitely an MMO. So it's very confusing. They've emphasized that the universe will be alive, i.e. events may happen in-game that are not necessarily controlled or planned by the developer. What does that mean? I don't know. They're being vague about it. But we do know that it is a sort of sci-fi first-person shooter in which humanity is almost dead. Like, we pushed out into the solar system and we've gotten pushed back by some force. Probably aliens. And then something called the Traveler, which is this floating silver-white orb, came and in some way saved us by giving some kind of technology to a chosen group. They're referred to as the Guardians, but I suspect that's not the name that they will be keeping. And that's how we pushed back. But then, apparently the Traveler is now dead, possibly caused by what he did to give us the technology to fight back. I'm not entirely sure. And of course the player will be these Guardians that have the technology or whatever. But does anybody else have any thoughts on this? The Bungie is, pretty much a mainstay in quality entertainment over the years. They shouldn't be fucking this up, but I'm scared. I'm just saying I'm scared.
I don't know, I'm kind of, I'm happy to see Bungie working on another project aside from Halo. I don't really think that they've done anything aside from the Halo games that were successful at all. And so I'm kind of, I am looking forward to seeing them venture out and maybe try a couple, new things and maybe create some new characters that we can love and enjoy as much as we have Master Chief and Cortana over the years. So, I will definitely take a look at it when it comes out. Just kind of out of respect for that. And that's as much as they get from me, though. Then they have to provide me with top quality shit.
That's a little surprising to me. I thought that you'd be on my bandwagon of just being psyched just because it's Bungie. But one thing that worries me is this whole talk about massively multiplayer online features that aren't an MMO game. I'm worried that they're just talking about like a smartphone app that lets you connect with your character or something. Something super lame like that. If that's what they're talking about, I'm gonna be disappointed.
I don't know. A company that brought us Halo Combat Evolved.
They really should understand online multiplayer.
They should get that they have to, that whatever features they put in there need to be groundbreaking, or at least industry standard. I don't think that Bungie's going to give us shit. Honestly, I think they're going to give us a top quality game. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm going to look at it because it's Bungie and I respect them. And then they have to give me a top quality game. I expect great things out of them because they're Bungie. So I'm going to hold them to a higher standard than I probably would hold another company to because I expect them to deliver.
From what I understand, yeah. How they're saying it's not an MMORPG, and it's not an MMO FPS. What they were basically saying about it is imagine PlanetSide 2, but also with a story and mobs and shit, like creatures like in Halo, I don't know why they're like trying to like be like sophisticated about it, saying that it's not anything we've seen before. It's like, okay, just like say flat out what it is. I'll be way more interested then than developers just being vague and full of shit.
I always
But
lean toward
I'm
that
interested
side,
in it. I'm interested in it.
but I also really like it when developers troll us. Like, I love it when a developer tries to troll, especially the like April Fool's stuff. But like, it's not always that kind of thing. Sometimes developers literally do troll like on their features. Why can't I think of any
War Z.
examples?
Well, one of the things that
I
I've
don't mean
seen
like the War Z, because I hate that. Obviously, that's just lying. I mean when they like make when they make fun of themselves or they make fun of us. I can't think of anything.
well, actually, the April Fool's jokes from Blizzard are a pretty good example of that. The thing that I've seen about this is that, like, I mean, the release date I think isn't even in until like their projected release right now. They don't even have a release date, but is projected for 2014. So we are still kind of getting an early look at what this game's going to be. You know, I mean, like they haven't finalized the details, so there's a amount of vagary that needs to be in there just because they're like, well, we don't even really know what we've made yet. So, but this is as much as we're going to tell you.
They've probably been in development. Well, I guarantee you they've been in development since Halo 4 was released.
No, Halo 3, because they didn't make Halo 4.
Halo
They didn't
3.
make Halo 4.
Halo 3.5. So they've been involved with making Destiny for years. They've got a pretty good idea of the kind of thing that they have, but they can't reveal too much too quick because we have all of these expectations about what Bungie is and what they'll do. So they sort of have to be vague, and they'll trickle information out over time, which is fun. It's good.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
I really do wish, though, that they would just give us everything that they've got, you know? Just lay it all out. That's my...
Not all of it, but at least tell us what the fuck the game is. Don't be like, it's massively multiplayer, but it's not an MMO FPS, and it's not like PlanetSide 2, but it's not like WoW, but it's not like... Just fucking tell me what I'm expecting here.
Yeah, you
For
can
fuck's sake.
tell that shit is on purpose. Like, you don't go ahead
Yeah.
and say, we've got MMO features, but we're not at all an MMO. You don't say those things without having a plan in mind of exactly what you want to say. And if you're planning to tell us that you have something but don't have that thing, why don't you just tell us what you do have?
Did you see that fucking...
I think another piece that we're missing here too is we're going to talk about another game upcoming later here in the podcast, whatever. There are a couple of other things out that I think might have similar tie-ins, and they might be waiting to see, since their projected release is going to be later, how these companies succeed/fail at kind of what they're shooting for, so that they can make adjustments and be like, yeah, no, we were going to do this all the time. Because we're Bungie and we're awesome like that.
It's interesting also that they have similar names. I'm not going to
Yeah.
go ahead and reveal what those names are, but they're very similar names. I'm sure it's a coincidence. Totally a coincidence, but it would be humorous if it wasn't.
Nathan,
Yes?
can you do me a favour?
Yes?
While we're talking about this, can you get footage of the Bungie guys up on stage at that PS4 press conference and how fucking awkward they were? They were like, I don't know what to do with my arms. Like, all four of them. It was the best thing I've ever seen. I really need that to be on the screen as I'm talking when I see this later. Can you do that for me, please?
I'll do it, man. I'll do it. No problem. I'll find the footage if I have to go to the ends of the earth. So,
I'll
it's a
send
good
you a
time for a
link.
break,
Yes.
actually, because we're at about 30 minutes, which is what I was aiming for. So, let's go, you know, have a sandwich and do a little jig and
Goodbye.
wank for a few minutes.